Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled night here on Spirit Connections. I feel like my voice is loud because I'm happy to be here. I'll calm it down so I don't scare you. But as you can tell, it's Glasses Day on Spirit Connections. I'm wearing my glasses. Steph's in the chat room wearing her glasses. And I just want to point it out because I don't usually wear glasses. Well, when you guys see me anyways. Anyways, I'm really excited tonight because I have one of my very good friends on, Johanna Lyons from Sugar Plum Bakery. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's funny, the last time we had you on, I think it was back in February.
February.
It was February.
Yep. That's right.
And we talked about your location, which is located in Kingston, Mass.
Yep. Sugar
Sugar Plum Bakery. And how you were on The Next Great Baker, TLC's Next Great Baker.
That's right. Yeah, the fun experience from that.
I know. Well, I wanted to bring you on again because I know that you have been hard at work in the kitchen and going over recipe over recipe. The last time she was here, we talked gluten-free desserts, which is great. I had Miss Susie Falco on back. When did we have Susie on? Beginning of July. It was July 17th, actually, now that I remember. But we had her on, and she's out of Quincy, and she does a lot of gluten-free. She's part of, it's called Wicked Good Health. So I told her, of course, about you and how you have a line of whether it's cupcakes or cakes or cookies or you even have dog treats. But there's a lot of things that are gluten-free for you. So first I want to ask you, Sugar Plum Bakery, when did Sugar Plum start and where did it start?
We opened our doors in 2007. We actually had a previous location right down the street by railroad tracks. It was small, tiny, really hard to park in because it was right in the center. Pretty much everybody's just trying to get through unless you park to go to the bank or the post office. Otherwise, everybody's just trying to beat the light or beat the train before it was coming through. But we probably, before we opened the doors in 2007, it's probably been in the works since probably like 2003 or something like that, shortly after I graduated college, because my cousin always wanted to have her own bakery as well. And well, I wasn't quite ready when she was starting to talk about it because I was still in high school and I was like, I don't know, that's a little ambitious for a young
just
person
coming
to do.
Out, I can just hang out and have, you know.
So I wanted enough experience, but it's just been like over the years just talking about it until like 2005, 2004 when we really started getting serious about it. She was starting to look at bakeries that were for sale. Do we buy one? Do we start on our own? What do you do? What's the best avenue for us? And actually what ended up happening for us was the Swedish bakery was up for sale, but we didn't like the location, so we told him if he couldn't sell it, we'll buy the equipment at least, because we've got my parents' garage, which I know they wouldn't mind us storing all the stuff in it. And sure enough, that's what happened. So shortly, a few years after that, we started to start really narrowing down, well, what towns is it going to be good in?
Right.
Where is the next closest, really starting to map out the competitors and where is there a need for one? And we figured Kingston was a great town because Pembroke at the time didn't have one, Duxbury had French Memories, but no custom cakes. And we knew there were some people that did it out of their houses, but no actual bakeries. So that's why, and then once certain spots started opening up, it was just like perfect, everything just kind of lines up for a reason.
That's right, everything just flows. I always say that, once you manifest and you set your intentions and everything just kind of flows together. I think one of the best parts about your bakery, and I always tell you guys this, the first time I even heard of your bakery was when I was at Uplifting Connections in Bridgewater, and it was when they first opened, which is, I think, going on 6 or 7 years ago now. Well, it must have been 5 since you've only been...
That's true.
Yeah. Never mind.
But I think they were open longer than us.
They were open a little bit longer.
They just started the cafe part of it shortly when we opened up.
And so they had little cookies, and I remember seeing the title Sugar Plum Bakery, and I thought, that's a great name for a bakery. because sugar plums remind me of sugar plums. We ate sugar plums and we're dancing and,
Yep,
you know.
all good thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. So where your location is, it's perfect. One, it's the next town over from Pembroke, which is where my office is.
That's right.
So it's completely easy access.
Absolutely.
And it's right off the highway.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So
exit 10.
I know a lot of those places in that part of South Shore, Massachusetts, there's so many different, you know, back roads to get to, and they're long, windy, because I've gotten lost plenty times. There are a lot of back roads that you can take, but with your shop, it's right off the highway. Same with my office, 55 Corporate Park Drive, in Pembroke, right off the highway. And I actually had the pleasure of having you at my office.
That's right. Not too long ago, getting a Reiki done, which was phenomenal. Best Reiki I've had.
Oh,
it was
thank
great.
you.
It was good. I had a lot of, I mean, the first Reiki I've had where I actually had crazy energy, almost like I had caffeine, and I'm not a caffeine drinker at all. And I was telling you that earlier. I felt like I had a cup of coffee because I was just like, oh my God, this is great. Like, let's go, let's do this. And I was starting to get nervous close to my bedtime because I got to get up early in the morning. I'm like, crap, am I not going to be able to fall asleep? But no problems. It was great.
And just so you guys know, usually Reiki helps relax you. But with Johanna, we were working on specific things going on pertaining to her.
What I needed.
Exactly. So she got what she was looking for, is basically
great.
it.
Yeah.
But it does, Reiki, as Steph can say too, it definitely revamps your energy and helps release blockages. I know blockages sometimes can make you feel sluggish and you know, you retain certain things. So it just helps clear things out.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes. So back to Sugar Plum. Sorry, side note, ADD. But back to Sugar Plum. So you start your business out of your parents', you'd say? Or was it really just...
that was just more storage.
It was just storage?
Just storage.
Yeah. And then you move into Kingston.
Yeah, we move into Kingston, set it all up, and it's been a hit ever since, which is great.
Well, I'm sure once you were on the TLC's The Next Great Baker, I'm sure...
Oh yeah, business totally increased once we're on that. Everybody coming in just to ask how it was, how Buddy was, and you know, just trying to get my overall experience from it. How was it really? And you know.
Well, it helps, like exposure. Like we always talk about on the show. We talk about paranormal TV, and you know people are in it for the right reasons and so forth. And one of the good positive things is that it exposes, it gets you exposure, you know, and for some people that's what they need. And,
oh, yeah.
So I think it definitely helped you out.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Got a lot more fans, which is great. And even they're going on, it's been 3 years since the show's aired, and it's just crazy when people still stop me to ask, were you that girl? Were you on the first season? Like, yeah, that was me.
Like, yes. I love it. Yeah. So now, you've started doing the vegan, which we talked about the last, not vegan, the gluten-free. So now, we're so blessed to have Johanna bring some of our, if you guys can show what Johanna brought, I can tell you exactly what they are. All right, Steph. Steph's like, I like the sugar. Give me the sugar. But these are all gluten-free. And so what we have here, I don't know, Steph, if you can hold it up, like kind of tilt it up a little bit.
If I want to wear it, absolutely.
Okay.
I can try.
Okay.
That's about as best I can do.
All right. So we have some whoopie pies, which are gluten-free. And we have your grandmother's own chocolate chip cookies. Actually, Johanna's own.
Yep.
And then we have a couple of chocolate cupcakes with strawberry frosting. And the other two are vanilla cupcakes with vanilla frosting, correct?
Correct.
Now, that's just a sampling. Now, the whoopie pies are new.
The whoopie pies are new, yeah. We just started those this week, so the whoopie pies are brand new. Chocolate chip cookies we always have, and then the cupcakes we have more on towards the end of the week when it's busier, Thursday, Fridays, and we try to get creative with the flavors. Just everybody gets sick of just chocolate and vanilla.
Right.
So we're trying to expand those flavors a little bit, make them more fun and interesting. Like our other cupcakes that we have, all the
Right.
fun flavors in that.
Which, yeah, I'm all over the place because you know what? Food makes me happy. Food makes me happy, and this is why I'm not wearing a tank top tonight, but I'm wearing a baggy sweatshirt because I know I'm going to partake in some eating deliciousness. But at least it's gluten-free, right? No wheat belly, so.
That's right.
No bloat. Well, at least I like to think so. But so as far as going gluten-free, now you just mentioned you have some special flavors.
We do, yes.
Summertime favorites. And we were talking about it before. You have a watermelon flavored cupcake with raspberry frosting.
Blue raspberry
frosting.
Yes, which is delicious. We also do a pink lemonade cupcake, a s'mores cupcake, but I don't
Wait, what's in the s'mores? I love s'mores. That would be a perfect campfire treat.
Absolutely. It's a graham cracker flavored cake. Then we fill it with fluff and then dip the top in chocolate, toast a marshmallow, put it on top. Delicious.
I'm drooling.
Delicious. I don't have those this week. I'll bring those back before school starts, just kind of as a final end of summer.
Because I was going to say, I'm making a special trip there on Saturday, so I was right. I'm like, oh, this is the cake for the party, and then this is for me on the car ride there. So, because I think I saw them the last time. I'm a frequent flyer at
at Sugar Plum.
I have it tattooed. I have the chef's hat on my back. But that was the thing. I always love going in there because you have creative cupcakes. They're not just the plain, like you were saying. Sometimes people get bored of the chocolate cupcakes and the vanilla cupcakes. You have, like, I don't know if we mentioned this before, but the Harry Potter one, I thought, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan just because I have nothing against it. I just never got into it. So can you tell us about that Harry Potter cupcake? Because I always try to tell people, and I always ruin it because they're like, what? I'm like, it's the Harry Potter, and it was butterscotch. And they're like, oh, that's a good cupcake.
Butterbeer.
And Steph corrects me. She's like,
butterbeer.
Butterbeer?
Yeah, it's a butterbeer cupcake. So it's a cream soda cake. We fill it with butterscotch ganache and then butterscotch buttercream on top. So it's, if you've had the butterbeer down in Universal, it's pretty darn close without the carbonation to it. It's really good.
I've had it. I had it last. You had it last year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if there was a movie that came out.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a huge fan, so I do not know.
It came out on DVD.
On DVD. So you had like a special tribute to it.
Absolutely.
So I think that's what makes it exciting. Like, what I'm going to tell you guys is that you have to go in there and actually experience it for yourself. One of my all-time favorites is the patty cake, which is like the chocolate Little Debbie's Hostess. No, it's not Little Debbie. It's Hostess cupcakes. I'm getting excited. I'm stuttering and slurring and drooling. I'm all over the place because I'm like,
cupcakes, deliciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we always have fan favorites too. People will request, like butterbeer is usually requested to come back. The s'mores one's requested to come back. We have a Choco Fluffernutter cupcake where it's a chocolate cake with peanut butter and fluff inside, and then chocolate buttercream, and then we drizzle the peanut butter and fluff on top. It's delicious.
And why did we go with the gluten-free ones today?
We're staying healthy.
Exactly. Living healthy, spiritual. Steph's cursing me. She's like, oh, you. Because she loves sugar.
I like sugar.
I know, sugar's
Real
good.
sugar.
Sugar is good. What's that on the sheet over there?
On my sheet? You want to know my questions?
Yes.
Are you ready for them?
Are we ready for some? Want to answer a question or two?
Why not?
Well, I only have 2 so far. So.
Okay.
What do you think are your top 3 most interesting or unique flavors?
Ooh. The game day cupcakes, definitely
What's in that?
one.
Sorry.
Delicious. Actually, where the Patriots are coming back, that's what we usually have when the Patriots are playing. So that one is I go between either the chocolate cake or like a chocolate beer stout cake, which is delicious too. So I kind of switch it up depending on what I have on hand, but we'll just say chocolate cake for now. We fill it with our homemade caramel, crushed up pretzels, frost it with a peanut butter buttercream, and then sprinkle caramels and pretzels on top, which is phenomenal. Perfect salty sweet deliciousness. The second one, the Bruins. when the Bruins were in their playoffs, we had a black and gold cupcake. So it was a half and half, chocolate on the bottom, gold. We filled it with a white chocolate ganache, and then we marbled the frosting on top so it looked like a twist ice cream cone. Delicious. But of course we dyed the frosting
Right, so
black
it was
and gold.
the black and gold.
So it looked like the Bruins. And then the third one, oh, it's a tough one. I would have to say the blue melon. That one's been a really good.
The blue
between
melon?
the blue melon and the pink lemonade. So the blue melon, what that is,
Yes,
it's
what
a
is it?
watermelon flavored cupcake, and then we frost it with a blue raspberry buttercream. Yeah, delicious. And then pink lemonade.
Let me
Good stuff.
riddle me this, Johanna. Have you thought about doing a, because I just thought of this just now. I'm not saying I want a job with you, but I mean, if you need a tester, taste tester, I'm your girl. So what about doing something like an apple caramel?
We did that last year, and I got to bring that back. So for the fall flavors, we do
Yes, tell me about it.
spice cake with apples in it, caramel, homemade caramel filled in the center, caramel buttercream, and then I bake off some streusel just to sprinkle on the top, just to add that little extra crunchiness. And then the second best fall flavor is our pumpkin maple cupcake. Pumpkin cake, maple buttercream, delicious. It's a perfect fall
you also,
flavor.
I know that you have pumpkin whoopie pies around that time
We do
too.
have pumpkin whoopie pies, which are phenomenal. And then around Christmas time and Valentine's Day, we bring out the red velvet whoopie pies too, which are delicious.
I've had the red velvet.
You've had everything.
I know. I like to try. I like to experience.
How do you stay so skinny?
I don't know.
I mean, and you must try everything as like your own taste tester, obviously,
Oh gosh,
to
yeah,
see.
yeah. I mean, I don't eat the whole. Well, actually, the girls yell at me about that because I'll take the cupcake and I'll cut it up and make everybody try it, which sometimes is good, except for when I know some of the girls are trying to be good, then I don't force them, but it's just like, here, try this.
That's when you
really
call
good.
us.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be official. They just have
Taste
like
testers.
just wear a T-shirt, official Sugar Plum
Taste
taste
tester.
tester.
I would love it. I would love it. Like, Steph, we got to go in. We got to test those cakes.
Gotta
Just
do it
sit there
today.
for a whole day and just try them all day long. Like,
All day
I think this will be fabulous. Go
I was
ahead.
just, okay, don't
Make
ask me
more.
what year I thought this was, because I was like, what about your wedding cake? Yeah, hi. It'll be a year since she was married.
Just kidding.
Apparently, I thought it was 2011. I don't know.
No.
Never mind.
Been there, done that, not going through it again. With a lot of stress.
But yeah, I mean, do you get? I mean, obviously, I know you get asked to do wedding cakes because I'm always the one asking. Like, I know someone getting married. Let's do this.
We're doing this cake.
But what about like the? I guess without getting too graphic, but do you ever get asked to do anything crazy for like bachelorette parties, or do you?
Well, we stay away from those types of cakes just
Okay.
because we're a family-friendly bakery, so we're not going to do the exotic type of cakes. The furthest I went for a bachelorette party was I did draw a little stripper man, but gave him like a nice little bikini. What did we? Oh, we gave him cowboy boots and a cowboy hat.
So he
With the
was
stripper pole.
He was
yeah.
still
He was
clothed.
still clothed, which was good.
Now let's see. There's Halloween coming up, and I know that
Yes.
Halloween is your favorite holiday,
it is.
and you love decorating cakes. You love decorating cakes for Halloween, but I just mean like you love the Halloween decorating part.
Yeah, we'll
So-
have monster cupcakes, and then I decorate the cakes so they're all different looking monsters with eyes and fur and fangs. I have a lot of fun with Halloween.
Now, do those come in? Because I know you have mini cupcakes as well. Do those come in the mini cupcakes?
I have not attempted them in the mini cupcakes. I might have to try to because I can get some pretty cute monsters out of the mini cupcakes. That'll be fun.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I like the
that
cute
idea.
kind.
Yeah,
Not
the
really a
cute
fan
kind.
of the scary monsters, but
Gotta do some scary and some cute,
Yeah.
so level it out.
Now you have a new website up,
We do, sugarplumbakerykingston.com.
and that's where I found, like, because one of the girls, actually someone on my Spirit Medium Tiffany page, asked, "Oh, I need a website. Where is it?" And I knew, I don't know if it was the last time I had you on, you were changing your website around, or
We're always playing around with the
Okay.
website. We try to update the cupcake flavors that we have that week. We're trying to update pictures. So we try to keep it as current as possible.
Okay.
But we do fall behind, get busy, and then it's, oh crap.
Well, it was working
website.
great when I
Yeah.
checked it out. Yeah, I was like, oh, good, and I was able to pass it along. And again, Kingston, it's right off of the highway, right off at Route 3, exit 10.
Yep.
Exit 10.
Route
And it's
3A. So.
It's this little tiny building, and it's a big purple sign that says Sugar
Absolutely.
Plum Bakery.
We got cupcakes, wooden cupcakes outside.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
cute.
I love that part.
Yeah.
I love that part.
Fun and
It's the
enticing.
only place that Tiffany hasn't taken me.
We will, though.
We're in trouble.
You know what we should do?
What should
And
we do?
here's an announcement, everybody. If you can make it the night that Andy is going to do the lecture in my office, we could take Andy to Sugar Plum.
There we go.
There we go.
Fantastic.
And then
I'm
that
sure
way-
he won't argue.
No, he won't.
He won't go kicking and screaming.
He won't.
So.
He won't. So we could take Andy to Sugar Plum, and then that's September 28th at my location, 55 Corporate Park Drive. Andrew Lake, author of Ghost Hunting Southern New England, is going to be doing a lecture about his book. So,
Will the monster cupcakes be out then?
Ooh, September.
28th.
I should bring them out then.
It might be.
It's
Maybe I'll have
Halloween
to make a
season.
special
It is.
order. I might
Yeah.
do a special order.
Well, it's close enough towards the end of September to make an excuse to push it a little
If
bit
you
into
just have one
September.
tiny cute monster waiting for me, I would be very happy. That's all.
I would like a werewolf pup,
Oh,
and then
that'd be
a
fun.
mummy, a baby mummy.
Oh, I like the baby mummy.
You know much more than I do. I'm just excited for my cute monster. That's all.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like a
I
little
know,
puppy.
but you.
And then I thought of like a little mini mummy.
I thought she already made them, so you're like calling out all the stuff that she already made.
No, I'm just making it up in my head.
It's
That's
funny
how I
because I have
usually
done
do.
werewolf and
Really?
mummies, so I'm like, oh wow, are those online?
Well,
I thought she knew what she was talking about.
I don't know. I just thought it would be a cute idea. I like it.
It is cute.
I saw that you did a Jason cake last year.
Yes, the Jason cake
Woo!
was awesome.
One of our
That
friends
was
got
cool.
a Jason
Yeah.
cake from you. That's how-
Oh, that's right, because we shared the same Friday the 13th
Yes.
birthday. That's right. That was fun.
I didn't partake
That's
in
awesome.
that cake, but
No,
I would have if I could have.
I believe it.
And now you have the dog biscuits out.
We
which
do, yeah.
I got one
and
for Lily, of course.
all the proceeds from the dog biscuits go to the Great Dog Rescue. One of the girls that works for us, she fosters for the Great Dog Rescues, which is fantastic. So she makes them, and then we sell them for her to donate to the rescue.
See, that's great. I didn't realize that. And it looks like I'm going to
Yeah.
have to talk to you after the show.
Absolutely.
I'd love to adopt a little friend for Lily.
Oh, she's actually got. She's got.
You're going to
what
make
is
me
she
cry.
fostering
You're going to
now?
make me cry.
She's got a terrier. I'm trying to remember. She's got a mom and two pups, but I think one pup is ready for adoption, but the other one's not ready just yet.
What kind? What kind of like when you say Terry, do you mean pit bull? See, now this is side
Hold
talk.
on.
Sorry.
One's definitely a pit bull. He is adorable. The
They're the
poor
most
thing,
beautiful dogs.
The poor thing. So a breeder sold this kid a 3-week-old pup, and he didn't know why it wasn't eating kibble. Doesn't have any teeth. So he left it in a pizza box at one of the shelters down in Tennessee, and it just so happened another rescue dog that they had just gave birth to a puppy. So they just kind of paired them all together. This mom's been nursing him. So he's been nursing a little bit longer just where he was taken away. But he is so freaking cute. He's a red-nosed pit bull, beautiful tan color,
Gorgeous.
white marks, blue eyes. He is adorable.
Pit bulls are
Ugh.
gorgeous.
They
They're absolutely
are. Yeah,
gorgeous.
his ears aren't cut, tail's not cut, so he's got the big floppy ears. And I'm not quite sure what the other terriers are. The mom is. I'm not quite sure what she is. I didn't ask what type of terrier. I could be wrong on terrier, but the pit bull just won my heart because she posted a picture of him right away, and he's just, oh, when he's
infant.
ready for adoption, he's gonna go so quickly. Just the blue eyes and the oh, beautiful.
Well, I think
So
that's
cute.
great that you're doing the, like all proceeds
Oh,
going
yeah.
to that organization.
Well, my parents' dog's a rescue dog. That's actually the only way I've ever known to get a dog is to rescue them from shelters or pounds. And we've never had any problems with them, except the dog my parents have now. She's just she's a little bit more timid than normal, but to be expected because she was abused. So knowing that going into it, it explains a lot. But it took her a little bit to warm up to everybody. But then once she knew she was safe and we were there to help care for her, it was kind of funny to watch that switch over, which was nice. So.
And what better way is to, I'll tell you guys out there, is just adopt. There's so many animals out there.
Absolutely.
So many kids out there, too.
Oh, I
Might as
know.
well adopt a baby, too. I'm adopted.
There you go.
I was in a pizza box. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding, kind of.
Are you sure?
I just don't know the brand of pizza. No, I wasn't. My bio mom's going to watch that and be like horrified. I didn't mean that. I love you. But it's always good. There's just so many unwanted.
We're gonna switch it over from
Yeah,
awkward.
let's just switch it over.
I have some questions.
Yeah, let's go with you,
I'm gonna
Steph.
catch up with my chat room.
All right.
A quick shout out. It says, "Hi Tiff, can you bring your favorite niece some treats? Love, Alexis."
Aww.
So Alexis would also like to know, what is the coolest cake design they have made at Sugar Plum Bakery?
Oh, the coolest. Oh, that's tricky. There's been a lot. I'm trying to think of like my favorites. Because the Sweet 16 cakes get really fun because that's when you can go over the top and girly and do like the zebra stripes and the stars and bows and the glitter. But then there's also the sculpted cakes. Actually, the coolest one I did last week is, granted, it's not a Massachusetts mascot. It was a groom's cake because the couple actually live in Pennsylvania. So I did the Philly Fanatic. So
Ooh.
sculpted him out. He wasn't standing. I had him laying down, but oh my God, he looked so cool. Gave him the big round belly, the long snout. Oh, he looked so awesome. He was phenomenal. That was my favorite one last week, I have to say.
Well, my niece's favorite color is purple. So what would you do for something fun and purpley?
How old?
She is going to be 10 this year. Well, January.
Fun.
January.
Oh my God,
Oh,
there's
wow.
so many fun things to do with purple.
10. Yeah, so her birthday's January's going to be a busy month for us because I have quite a few birthdays. I have my nephew's
Fantastic.
birthday in January, her birthday's in January. There's a wedding coming up that,
Look at that.
maybe we can use you for, that's January too.
Oh, so purple.
Yeah.
There's lots of fun ways to go with purple
That's her
because we can
favorite.
do flowers and butterflies. Now, see, my personal favorite's ladybugs, and we did a
That's
bug.
Steph's.
That was my next question.
I would like a ladybug cupcake.
We did a wicked cute cake last Friday, bug themed for a little girl. So we made snails out of fondant, tons of ladybugs, tons of butterflies. So we had leaves coming off the cake, number one up top with the butterflies all around it, and then the ladybugs and little caterpillars. It was so cute. So cute.
I'll just take all ladybugs, please. I don't care what they're made out of. Just surround me
ladybugs.
some swimming in ladybugs. That'd make me happy. I know.
Yes. No.
I'll be quiet now.
And sparkle. You do a lot of things with sparkle too.
Yes, gotta make it glittery.
All the
and
girls like
sparkly.
sparkle.
Sparkle and ladybugs.
Absolutely. It's the fun part. It needs a
love
little bit of glistening.
So go on.
What is your favorite thing to make?
Ooh. You know, the girls were actually asking me this at the bakery. Well, actually, we're going through the list of least favorite things to do at the bakery. Normally, that's cleaning, but when they asked me my favorite, I was like, I think my favorite part right now is coming up with new cupcake flavors. I love brainstorming with all the girls there, like just asking them, well, what would you want to eat? Like, what sounds like a good, because some of the flavor combinations I throw at them, they're like, I don't know. Like, I did an Arnold Palmer cupcake where it was half iced tea, half lemonade, and the girls were like, I don't know. In a cupcake version, that just, I can't see it. But it was, when I did it and I had them try it, they're like, all right, that was pretty good.
Right.
So I'd say the coming up with the cupcake flavors, that has to be my fun thing right now.
Well, it's like I get excited thinking, like the whole idea when I was like, what about an apple and caramel? Like,
it's
that's
fun.
so common, but at the same time, for me, that's exciting.
Well, it is exciting. Like,
things.
I mean, I was a bartender for years, and just mixing different things together
to see
constantly,
what
just to see what they smell like, they taste like, how people react to them. Like, that's the best part.
Yeah, to be like, oh my God, this is delicious. I want more.
What would this flavor of this, with this kind of juice and this mixed together, you know, how would that taste? And it's usually the weirdest things that you put together that you would never imagine in a million years would taste good together, actually taste good together. Like certain things kind of complement each other. Like you would never ever assume that blue raspberry buttercream would taste good on a watermelon cupcake.
Right.
But they strangely complement each other. And plus it looks really cool, I'm sure.
It does too, yeah,
So-
the colors. Like, and that's what I try to think of when doing cupcake flavors,
Yep.
especially where we switch out 5 flavors every 2 weeks. It's like, all right, hold on, we have to pause, time out. There's too many brown things. We need something with this, something with that, just to make it eye-catching and like, ooh, what's that?
Well, it's true too. Is like when you go in there and you like, I'll be the first to tell you if something's colorful, I'm attracted to it. I'm like a ferret, like oh,
what's
you know,
Sparkle?
and I go
In
right
color?
for it. You know, I love it. I love it. So it's definitely true. So. I have to calm down because I'm getting a little too excited.
While you calm down, how about a raspberry lime Ricky flavor?
You know, I've been thinking about that because our really popular flavor right now is a lemon raspberry. It's a lemon flavored cake with a raspberry jam and raspberry buttercream. It's so nice and light and summery. And my aunt actually loves lime rickies. And I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, ooh, that would be really fun to try and make a cupcake concoction like that, because I actually did a orange creamsicle cupcake, which was phenomenal. Orange
Did I have
flavored
that
cake.
one? I might have.
You might have, yeah. I'm trying to remember
Well,
what
'cause there
flavors
was, I
you
think I had like an orange and pineapple. Was
the
that one?
orange pineapple, yeah,
I had
that's
that
a really
one, yeah.
good one too. So
I don't even know what I'd do with myself if I was surrounded by all these cupcakes. Like I think I'd be so overwhelmed that I want to eat every single one.
well, you'd be surprised. Like what I tell customers when they come in and they're like, "Oh my God, how do you not eat everything?" When you're there for so long, you just don't smell it. You get used to the smell. So once the smell's not there, you're not as enticed to be like, ooh, I want this and I want that. I'll just take a little bit of that. Because I love whenever anybody walks into the bakery, they're like, oh my God, it smells phenomenal. I'm like, all right, I guess so. Or people will ask like, what is that smell? And it's like, describe it to me because I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it smells like. I can tell you what just came out of the oven not too long ago.
That's funny. How about a Boston cream pie cupcake?
I do.
She does it.
And I have the Boston cream pie cupcake every day, so that you can come in any day.
That's
we
cool.
always have the Boston cream pie. That's a standard.
And what about the cannoli one?
The
Let's talk
cannoli
about the
cupcake,
one.
yeah,
Oh, don't
that's
tell me
a
about that.
standard
I'll be there every
cupcake,
single
too.
day.
It's a white cake. We fill it with the cannoli filling, buttercream frosting. It's not as intense as like you're eating a cannoli, because when you're eating a cannoli, that's just straight filling with the shell. So it's like, it breaks it down a little bit, so it's a little bit lighter, and you still get the deliciousness of the cake and the buttercream. It's a really good compliment.
It's
delicious.
I'm telling you, it's literal. When I go in there, I'm like a kid in a candy store, except I'm a kid in a cupcake bakery. Like that's all I do is just stare. And they're so magical looking. They're not your regular cupcake where it's like, oh, here's the cake and then here's the frosting. It's like it's done up so. I feel like I'm Alice in Wonderland, you know? Like, I will try a little bit of this and maybe a little bit of that. And then...
That'd be a cool cupcake, an Alice in
An
Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland one. Well, I was actually trying to think about doing a superhero cupcake, just where all the superheroes...
Yes, the Avengers.
Movies, yeah, the Avengers, Batman. I think Superman's coming out soon. So I'm trying to keep with the program, with everything.
Well, you're doing a
coming
great
out.
job at it. I'm telling you.
It'd be really cool to do, like, I'm sure you've probably already thought of this, but even stuff like around the area. Like
Yeah.
you know, historic things in Boston, you know, stuff like that.
Well, we did, what was it, back last year for opening day for the Red Sox, we actually did Green Monster whoopie pies.
That's awesome.
We did vanilla, it was a vanilla cake. We dyed it green, filled it. So it's kind of like a reverse whoopie. So it had the chocolate center versus the vanilla.
Reverse whoopie.
Yeah, it was a reverse whoopie. No worries. Gave them an eye, nose,
That's
drew little
awesome.
hats on them. Those were wicked cute. But I think they were too cute. People didn't want to eat them.
Right, right. Just take a picture
Well, if
and
you
post
make
it on
them,
Facebook.
buy a whole bunch for my husband because he is like he lives, eats, breathes like the Red Sox. Everything is Red Sox. So that's a really cool idea.
When's Brendan's birthday?
On November 30th.
Just saying. Just saying. Might be able to work
I don't think I know anybody that would make a cake. I can't think of anybody.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's a tough market out there.
And for anybody who's just joining us, I have Johanna Lyons from Sugar Plum Bakery out of Kingston on. She's talking about all her delicious treats, her gluten-free products, and right now Steph and I are both just drooling as she goes into detail about each flavor, and we're like, go on.
More.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's your favorite? What's your least favorite? Now, have you tried, because it's funny because they actually have these scented candles out that are like Mantown candles, and they have like,
Ugh, they smell disgusting.
yeah, one smells like a football, the other one smells like grass, and then the other one smells like bacon.
Wood.
Have you ever tried like a bacon flavored cupcake?
No, and I have been tempted to. But then I'm also afraid because I'd have to fry the bacon there, and I love bacon. I would have a hard time
Drooling.
not eating the
Drooling.
bacon. But I'm contemplating like a maple bacon cupcake or
Yum.
something along
What
those
about a
lines.
breakfast cupcake?
Ooh.
Like a maple?
Like a pancake
oh, okay.
type
Here
of
it's coming.
Pancake
It's coming.
breakfast because they have a shot that's just like that.
Really?
Really?
Ooh.
Pancake, and we could do some maple syrup. Not syrup, but like
but
That's
some
exactly
maple.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, you're gonna make me think now. Jameson, Frangelico, and orange juice. So when you
Whoa.
drink it down, it tastes exactly like pancakes and maple syrup.
That's weird.
Work on it.
I will.
Work on it,
But
and then
like
bring
the
it to us.
Frangelico has that like hazelnut flavor. You have the orange juice, and then you have the Jameson. I don't know how whiskey works in, but
For the flavor, that is weird.
it is.
That's an
But it's
interesting
weird
flavor
things that mix
combination.
together that it tastes exact.
Huh.
Like you wouldn't even be able to tell that you were drinking alcohol.
Well, I mean, I guess we
So-
could get together and Steph could pour
There we go.
fun
Yeah.
drinks and
Shots.
say, drink this. Okay,
Make it
now
into a cupcake.
That
go.
would be a fun night.
And I'm just in the middle, just enjoying every of it. Yeah. This is great. I don't have to do anything. I'm just sitting here.
I don't know. I need another try.
It's not quite there yet.
And if you guys have any suggestions at home too, I'm sure Joanna would like
Oh,
to hear
yeah,
it. So definitely get it
absolutely.
into the chat
You know, it'd
room.
be cool too. Maybe running like a poll or a contest.
You know, we've been trying to work
Ooh.
on getting our Facebook page up and running and doing like a poll of, you know, what type of cupcake would you like to have, or you know, just any input is great, whatever anybody's looking for. I actually personally want to try to do a root beer float cupcake because
That's cool.
I love
That's
root beer
fun.
floats.
That's
So,
fun.
It's a lot of fun.
You're gonna find her sleeping outside your shop when you come in the morning.
It's so
Funny sidewalk.
Oh, just driving by. But it's funny stuff because how I met Joanna is through a mutual friend, and so
Yeah.
she would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go. You want to take the drive with me to Kingston?" And I'd say, "Okay, I'll go." And then we'd end up getting like a bunch of cupcakes for ourselves, the little piglets that we are. We would use the excuse like, "Oh yeah, we got to pick up like 2 cupcakes for somebody else," and then we would each have our own, and then we'd
Right.
share each other's, and that's how
the
I.
great thing about cupcakes. You can cut it up, share it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a whole cake where you're committed to that one flavor, which isn't bad because I still
Right.
love cake because I always get a bigger size cake than needed, or I
Mm-hmm.
make myself a bigger size cake than needed because the leftovers are the best part when you go back like, oh yes, I have cake to eat.
And it's good. I mean, I've used your cupcakes for showers, for engagement parties, for birthdays, for myself on my sad and lonely days when all I want to do is just eat a
Something,
cupcake.
yeah.
So every time I make that noise, it's something coming through, and so
Only it's not really psychic. It's just cupcakes.
it's recipe. Like I don't.
I got a new flavor.
I know. Well, I was thinking Swedish fish. Okay, I was thinking that.
I was thinking Twizzlers.
But before I forget, I have to get it out off my chest. What about like a cinnamon heart?
I have been dabbling with that since Valentine's Day with the Red Hots.
Yes.
I've been playing around with it. The first time I made it, it tasted too much like toothpaste at first. Like I think I used too much of a cinnamon type of flavoring. So I'm dabbling with that because I like Red Hots. It's of course
I like them handfuls.
I can only have so many until I'm like, that's enough burning. I'm done. But yeah, I'm working on a Red Hot cupcake. Because actually, one of our customers was curious. They actually asked us around Valentine's Day, and I'm like, I'm trying. I'm not happy with the flavor yet, and I'm only going to sell something if I would eat. So if I'm not happy with the flavor, it's not going up for sale just yet until I can get it just right.
Well, my favorite kind of cupcakes are any kind that have filling in it.
Yes.
Because that's just my favorite kind, like because it's a surprise in the middle.
It is a
It's
surprise.
a surprise in the middle. I love it. Oh my God.
Now, since I keep on talking about it, Joanna and I were talking before the show, and you actually have a special going on.
I do, yeah, and I'll extend it to your viewers here. So if you come into the bakery and mention that you saw me on Spirit Connections, you buy 2 cupcakes and you get 1 free.
So 3 different flavors, those 3 top choices that you just selected.
Did Tiff make you do 3?
What's that?
No, it just flowed.
It's her favorite number. Everything has to be 3.
Three.
Yeah, so it's funny that you said 3.
Interesting.
I love it.
Because we actually, and if you sign up for, if you come into the bakery, we have a clipboard where you can sign up for our email list. We always try to throw coupons down there every so often. That's what we've got out for the next 2 weeks now is a coupon for buy 2 cupcakes, get 1 free. That way you can try different flavors. That way when you see one of the funky flavors and you're like, I don't know, at least it's like, all right, that one could be the free one. I won't mind.
That's it, exactly, exactly.
If I don't like that flavor, that's okay.
That's the free one. But at least it gets you in there and it gets you trying.
Right.
And hey, even if you are on a gluten-free diet, there's other things that you can enjoy too. And there's still other, it's not just stuck on just vanilla and chocolate. There's other flavors that you can enjoy, which I think is
we've got brownies. I try to do some fun flavors with our brownies too. We've got our Fudgy Wudgy brownie, so it's just a super thick brownie with thick frosting on top, and then I try to switch out another flavor. We'll do a caramel one, a mint one, a peanut butter one. We actually did a payday one not too recently. Peanut butter buttercream, caramel, peanuts, delicious.
Now, I'll ask you a pretty common question. What do you think, what makes your cupcakes the best cupcakes?
Ooh, I think the fun flavors.
They're
fun. And switching them out every so often, so every time you come in, it's not always going to be, we have a lot of our standard flavors that we just, if we took them away, I think there would be a riot. But switching out like 5 flavors every 2 weeks, just so there's something new to try.
See, I never go blank when it comes to cupcakes. So what do you think your top flavor is for cupcakes? What's your #1 seller?
Ooh, it's a tough call. It's between the patty cake, which is our version of the Hostess cupcake, and then the cannoli cupcake.
Really?
Yep.
See, I always go for the patty cake because I know it's a sure thing. I have tried the cannoli cake too.
Is it good?
It is good. It is good. When am I gonna? I'll see you too. Because I was gonna say I can get one for you when I go there on Saturday, but I don't know if it will
going
hold.
on Saturday?
Will it hold?
Tuesday could be pushing it.
Ew, no.
I'll be like, it's in my car. I forgot. It's sitting on top of my laundry.
Lily looked at it a few times, but it's fine.
It's still okay.
It's still in the original container.
Alexis says that you should have won the next great baker, Joanna. You and your cupcakes are awesome. You are my idol.
Oh, thank you.
Well, maybe we can have Joanna come to your house and
There we go.
do a little. That would be
A little baking.
I'm just saying, maybe for a birthday party.
Oh, that's true.
You could come to my. Now I'm pimping her out like that.
Oh, come on, just come to the house.
Yeah, come on, we'll hire you.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I know.
Linda,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Linda wants to know, are they all gluten-free? Does every flavor come in gluten-free?
You can order. I would, if you wanted a specific flavor, I say definitely order it gluten-free because I can't really guarantee what gluten-free flavors will have Thursday through Saturday. But if you have a specific one, definitely give us a call a couple days in advance and we can totally do it for you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Alexis, let me know what your favorite kind of cake is. Let's get this started. I like to plan.
Too funny. You only have how many months?
I know.
January.
Still planning. The planning has been implanted.
It's a great idea for little kids' parties too, especially like if they're into Harry Potter and they have the Harry Potter party. How cool is that to have a butterbeer cupcake?
To go along with it, yeah. It definitely complements the theme perfectly.
Maybe I'll just buy some and wear my Harry Potter glasses at home by myself.
There you go.
All right.
Watch the movie, throw the movie on, get all decked out. And be
I am
like, yes,
the biggest
I'm in
Harry
universe.
Potter nerd. Like, because I was around the age when it was coming out and everything, so I have like the little plastic glasses that you got when you went at midnight to buy the book.
Nice.
Our friend, our mutual friend, has a whole sleeve of Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, the tattoo.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a cool.
I
Half
think
sleeve.
it doesn't matter how old you are.
Oh,
Exactly.
Gosh, no, it's a
So
fun.
Tiffany, you have to read the books.
And she even, I know, she even wore the tie. She's so good. I wish she was watching. She knows you're on tonight. But the night that it came out at midnight, she wore the tie and she had the little, and she looks good in
blazer.
anything she puts on. If I wore it, you'd be like, ooh, what are you doing? And I'd be like, I don't know. I just wanted to be like Harry Potter. But she puts it on. They're like, you look good in that. You're made for that outfit. Anyways. I know, we've been getting sidetracked. Yeah. It's a lack of sugar from the gluten-free. I mean,
I'm
it's
withholding it.
I know.
Withholding the sugar.
Actually, and I think I mentioned this before, my first gallery reading was at Sugar Plum
That's
Bakery.
right. Yes, it was when we had the upstairs up there. So
Yeah.
a lot of fun. But now you have your own place to do the gallery
Yes,
readings.
I'd love to do like a girls' night and
fun.
like sweets and
Oh yeah. All the fun
something,
stuff.
sweets and something. I'll think about it.
A good hook for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Readings and treats. Yeah, that doesn't.
I think
really
we tried that before
Yeah.
and we lost focus.
We did.
Surprisingly, we lost
You can
focus.
sit here and come up with a million of them. It's going to take the next 10 minutes.
Right.
But
Exactly.
there's so much you can do with that.
Oh, I know.
So now, have you ever been asked to do like any weird event that, have you been asked to do like a weird event where you're like, oh, you really want a cake or you really want cupcakes for that? Has anything?
No.
I know sometimes like, I like to find out like the behind the scenes talk. Like, wait a minute, what happened?
What did you do?
Like you get a nurse and you're like, wait, there's no way that possibly could have happened. And you ask like a nurse all these questions and they're,
Oh, right.
You
Like
know?
what happens behind the scene. I don't think we haven't yet gotten any like bizarre requests. I think it's funny when people call and they're like, I've got a really bizarre request, and it's really not bizarre. Like, and 9 times out of 10, they're
a Bruins
asking,
player on the cake.
or they're just looking for funfetti cake. Yeah, I'm like, no, that's not weird at all. We could totally do funfetti.
Now, how would you? What would be your take on funfetti then?
It's just pretty much all you're doing is taking sprinkles and adding that to the cake mix because when the sprinkles bake, they dissolve, and that's how you get the funfetti
Yeah,
look. So yeah, it's never.
like,
I
that's
love
simple.
it. Yeah.
That's simple. Go ahead.
Wicked
No, go
easy.
ahead.
So yeah, we've never really gotten any bizarre requests where I've been like, I don't know about that one.
Now, you had mentioned before that you did a pretty neat Halloween-themed cake.
We did, yes. Well, actually, the best one I did so far was on The Next Great Baker because not a lot of people go all out for the Halloween parties. And for the most part, it's like the bobbing for apples, the candy.
Right.
It's a lot of other sweets that go along with Halloween too. But yeah, the one I did on The Next Great Baker was cool with the haunted house and the tree, and I hung bats so they look like.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah, it was cool.
You gotta post a link up. Is it on?
I don't know. I would
Post it
I
on
should
my
take
Spirit
that.
Medium Tiffany
Yeah,
page.
I should see if
for
there's a
people to-
photo. I'm gonna have to look into that.
What about a candy corn flavored?
I was contemplating that, but then I remember Louis Black's stand-up about his whole rant on candy corn because you have people that hate candy corn, and then you have the people that love candy corn. So I'm kind of torn on that.
But you know what though? I've never heard of Louis Black. So
So it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't
Joanna. Whatever you just said
Screw
doesn't
him.
I
matter.
haven't heard of him. So.
Screw him.
I haven't either, and I've never heard the candy corn rant, but I can tell you
You
that.
gotta look it up.
Is it?
Oh my god, it's so
I used
funny.
to love it. Love it, love it. Like, I
Did
couldn't
you
tell
get
you
sick off
why.
of it?
Probably.
Well, I used to love eating the pumpkins just because the pumpkins
Were,
there
like,
was
more for your bite?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like
they
pumpkins.
Were great.
I like to bite the bottom of them and then look at it and then eat it again. Like, so I bite the first one and I look and then I eat. That's my strategy.
Just because.
Because.
There's no.
Just because I can bite into, yeah.
I think I didn't like the little green stems. Like, it freaked me out. I don't know why.
So the color green.
Yeah, maybe like just like the color scheme of it. Like, candy corn was easier. It was white, orange, and yellow. So it was like all together, but the green and orange thing wasn't working
I don't
out
like
for
the
me.
brown candy corns.
Yeah,
I don't like
I've
the
never
brown.
had one. I think it just
kinda like
It makes me
creepy.
frown.
It's
yeah.
kind of like candy corn
Brown
and a
makes you
Tootsie
frown.
Roll put together.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I need my
Ew.
Tootsie Roll separate.
I know they tried to do like candy corn for like other holidays with like different colors and stuff, and it just
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
work
yeah.
out.
No,
Like,
no, it didn't
It's
work
not
out.
the same.
like there's nothing.
It's the I like the autumn mix. I like the autumn mix.
I don't think I've had
Branch's
autumn
own
mix.
autumn mix.
I don't think
Brax.
I've
Right?
never had.
I'm like, Branch.
But I'm not. I'm telling you.
Like, listen,
though,
I
you
know
need to-
candy and cupcakes, woman. Like, it's not Branch.
So there's some new flavors that I've clearly.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying I'm genius or anything, but I'm saying that.
There could be
No,
some
I
fun
just-
flavors.
Yeah, just try. Steph and I will come down and try it out. You know,
Let me
but
know.
I'm thinking the candy corn. You could try it. You could try it.
yeah,
There's
see
there's
how it
some
goes.
fun, and it's like, who wouldn't want to try? I would want to try it just for the idea of like, oh,
Candy
this
corn.
is different. It's a candy corn. It's a candy corn one.
How about like a candy apple cupcake?
I've been trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to get that candy apple flavor. Because I did do a green apple cupcake, which did not sell, but it tasted just like a green apple
Wow.
Jolly Rancher. It was phenomenal.
And how was that? Was it filling?
Yeah, well,
I'm
we
like
filled it.
stuttering.
Well,
You
we
and your
filled it
filling.
with the buttercream, so there was a little bit of the filling inside. I think we should have made it look more like an apple. I think that's where we were designed flawed.
Presentation.
On it. It is presentation. Yep.
It has to look appealing.
Absolutely. So I think we got to present that one a little bit better, differently.
That's the tough thing about humans is everything is like
How it
it's
looks.
in the eye of the beholder, so
Right.
it has to appeal to that specific person. But it's tough when you have to make one thing appear to everyone as something like delicious or like, ooh, look at that! I want to eat that. Or I just want to look at it. Let me just
Yeah.
buy it to look at it, like Wally.
Exactly.
Wally the Whoopi.
Exactly.
well,
Like
the
people will
whoopee.
get it just for the sake of.
Yeah,
of
just
getting
having
it.
it. That's true.
You should do going along with the dog rescue that you do work with. Maybe on a particular month you could do a specific cupcake. If you buy this cupcake and you can name it like
Proceeds.
Bowser's Bones or something.
Bowser's Bones.
That was an original.
Oh, I know. You can't make this stuff up, Tiff. You can't make this stuff up.
Lillian's Licks.
Oh my God, how funny is that?
I know. And it could be Boston Terrier. I'll
there we
give
go.
you. I'll give
There we
you
go.
the permission.
We'll be your new behind the scenes people. We'll come up with all the new flavor names.
All the names.
We'll come up with all the new
Make it
flavors.
happen.
I gained 500 pounds in the next year from eating all of them. Like,
Trying everything.
this isn't big enough for a sample. Need more. But
Just felt like, wow, I can't wait to get out of here.
I know. I can't wait to try those gluten-free cupcakes.
know.
Again, can we get another shot on those before we wrap things up? Because you guys really need to see the decorative part of the cupcakes.
My OCD's
Again.
kicking in is like, where's the fourth whoopie pie?
I know. Oh, where is the fourth
Everything
whoopie
is
pie?
symmetrical except for that.
I did steal a cookie prior. I did.
That was the whoopie pie we
Can you
taste
hold one of the
tested at the
cupcakes up?
bakery.
Can you hold one of the cupcakes?
One in the what?
Just hold one of the cupcakes up.
I can try.
I realized that when I was setting
Just
the
so they
tray
can
up, I was
see.
like, oh crap. I'm like, more cookies.
See, that looks good. The presentation. There we go.
It's not
good.
the easiest
It's
thing
good.
to do.
Yeah, but doesn't it, by the presentation, doesn't it make you want to eat it? Because it looks fake. It looks like it's something that you would have, you know. I think it's great. No, I'm just staring at it.
I know, everybody's just looking at the good, delicious sweets.
So
Oops.
good.
Frosting got on my finger.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Well, once again, if you guys are looking for Johanna, you can go to Sugar Plum Bakery in Kingston, exit 10 right off of Route 3. Stop by my place, exit 12 right off of Route 3. Call me before, we'll set up an appointment, little Reiki, little cupcakes, little reading.
Good stuff.
That's what we do on Mondays.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, definitely, again, Sugar Plum Bakery in Kingston. Go to sugarplumbakerykingston.com and you can find Johanna all of the stuff that Johanna offers at her bakery. I'm telling you, it's a must. You have to go and try it out for the gluten-free, for the sugar, and you're working on the vegan even
Absolutely,
better.
we're
So
working on
there's just
vegan.
so much. There's so much. And again, don't forget to mention that you saw her on Spirit Connections for the buy two, get one free. That way you can have that experimental cupcake that we've been talking about.
That's right.
So thank you so much, Johanna,
Thank
again for being
you.
on Spirit Connections. And definitely if you want to come back and bring in treats, I'm going to see you this Saturday anyways because that's what I do. Eat treats all the time. But thank you again for being on Spirit Connections.
Thank you.
And again, if you want to get in touch with Johanna, sugarplumbakerykingston.com. All right, and I guess this wraps it up for another fun-filled night of Spirit Connections. You know I'm leaving a couple minutes early so I can eat those cupcakes. But until next time, I'll see you on August 28th, 8 p.m. And then September, drum roll, we go to 7. That was awful, I know. But we go to 7, and we're going to have some crazy guests on starting. 'Tis the season of paranormal and all that good stuff. But all right, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.